What's good, y'all? It's one of the hosts with the most of Sip and Speak sessions. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe to the video that you're getting ready to watch. You can find all of us on Instagram and TikTok with our personal pages, or you can follow our business page of Sip and Speak Sessions. And our YouTube channel is Alexis Elizabeth Creations 1555. We everywhere like air, so give us a follow. Enjoy.
Okay, so look, you asked that question. You asked that question. What if it's an ex-lover? Okay, so I went to a women's conference earlier, right? And the facilitator was talking about how, 'cause the topic was rejoicing, rejection, and forgiveness. And she said that she had gotten married back when she was in her 20s, and then they ended up getting a divorce, and she got married again. And like she said, last year something in her body told her to call her to call the first husband, and she wasn't sure why or any of that. And then when they talked, he gave her the sob story of his health problems and all that. But then she realized that the reason why she had to call him wasn't for him, it was for her. Because for him to apologize for all the wrong he did to her and all of that, it basically lifted up a weight off her shoulders. So I guess in the sense to what you said, John, it does. No matter what, you should make that call. But then again, I was just like, nah, I'm cool.
Because you know what? It's not like you're
You're needed,
calling to
Alexis.
rekindle anything. Yeah, you're not calling to rekindle anything. You're not calling to be friends again or however the situation is. You're literally like it's a check-in type of thing, like a quick call, quick something. It don't have to go into we back talking every day or something like that. No, it's just sometimes God plays certain things in your life for a reason, literally.
Okay,
And
so
to
I'm really
provide context, we're talking about having dreams that involve other people in our life that may have had harm or something done to them. And John was making a point that you should contact that person no matter where you're at. But my question was, what if it's like an ex-lover or something? And his point
Don't
of view
matter.
is you should still call him. My point of view is fuck no. But
so look.
So
We're on
why
this
do you
topic.
say no like that?
because if it did not end or
Well,
close
that's
on
the
good
point.
terms,
And maybe this is the
especially
time for it to be that.
especially if I didn't do it, if I didn't close it on good terms and they just closed it on bad terms and I had no control over that, then yeah, like until you say something or want to have that type of closure for yourself,
But,
sure. But if you haven't done that, you just ghosted. Why the fuck I'm finna call
but
you
isn't
for?
that
Because you
weight
was in a
of
dream.
the grudge that you have is probably the reason why you should contact them?
It's not a grudge,
From
it's
what though?
protection.
He's not hurting you at this point because if your feelings are still burdened by what happened, how it happened, and this is the opportunity to let it go and to close that quote unquote emotional chapter out of your life to move forward and stop holding grudges because it is, from my understanding, sin to hold a grudge. And if you holding a grudge, you know,
I
Also,
I
too,
don't
you
look
have
at
to
I
be
don't always
married.
look at it as it's holding a grudge though. The energy that somebody brings to you, if it doesn't give resolution, why am I gonna waste my time seeking that if you don't want that? It's a two-way street.
It's not
It
about
can't be one.
them. It's about
No, I
you.
Yeah.
know I know it's not about them, but in order to have a conversation, it
and
requires a two-way street of both people mutually agreeing to have a conversation,
so aren't you
regardless of
willing?
what their intention is. It
So
has to
aren't you
be a
willing?
mutual. Hmm?
Yeah,
Why aren't I willing? Because when I tried that,
but that's the past. I'm
it
talking about
was
right now. If
nothing,
there was a
no
dream right
answer.
now where your ex
So
was like in some kind of danger and you had the same feelings we did, you need to contact them for whatever reason. Why is the grudge still holding you from that assignment per se?
But why does communication only count in the 3D?
Because at that point,
versus the
again, she
5D?
said it's not about you at this point. Are you going to be obedient or not?
No, you missing my question. Why does it matter so much to have communication in the 3D and we don't channel the 5D?
Can you dumb it down a little bit?
Why do I have to communicate to him in the 3D? Hey, I hope everything's going okay. Versus I can send that in the 5D.
But it's not about a hey, I hope everything is okay. It's a simple like I'm just checking in. I had this dream. Like how when it happened with my brother, it was I had this dream. I felt this type of way because of the dream. So you're gonna have some type of reaction. Like how she with Victoria, she was upset. Like she's calling her mom back to back. I called my brother. I'm hyperventilating. I'm crying. I reacted to that happening. I used to even have dreams of like seeing people that I haven't spoke to in a while. We didn't end on good terms. I'll end up seeing them out in public. It's not no hard feelings. It's not none of that because for one, you got to be able to differentiate. Hold on, baby girl. Hold on, baby girl. You have to be able to differentiate where do you feel is like sometimes we have grudges and we don't realize it is a grudge because we're just describing it as something else. But really deep down it is a grudge. What is holding you on to that to where you're like, I'm not gonna contact you about nothing. You did me wrong. I'm gonna say from experience, I feel the same way about her father. I battle between wanting to reach out for communication. Like I feel this type of way, you're doing this, it's affecting our daughter, versus I shouldn't say nothing because you know what the hell you doing. And being obedient, like John said, you have to be obedient because God is placing certain things into you in your path and in front of you for you to do certain things. And it's a will you do it? Not because it's going to benefit them or because you're checking in on them, but because God is trying to see if you're going to listen to Him and you're going to follow those things. He may not be like, he may be, fuck you, Alexis. I don't want to talk to you. I don't give a fuck. I don't care about what happened to us.
Did. Yep.
It's about what you did and the fact that you made that move and listened and was obedient. I'm going to mute myself real quick.
God didn't tell
How do you know it wasn't through the dream? How do you know if it wasn't through the dream?
If I get compelled to call somebody because God told me to, I'm going to do so. But if He has not done so in terms of that situation, then there's no reason for me to call. That means me being still and being where I'm at is where I'm supposed to be. Now, if I get a moment or a feeling of like, you know what, I should check up on this person, then yes. But if it's not called for me to do so in the moment, then there's no point in me doing that because that's not in the path right now where I'm at. It may be 20 miles down the road, but it's not here right now.
So you're saying
I'm very clear.
If something caused you to do it, you would.
Yes, like I always move like that. Like I have the discernment and understanding to know when I need to do something, even if I'm uncomfortable. Because I just did that this past Monday. Did I not name Victoria?
You did.
You did.
Even as uncomfortable as I was, I still had that conversation because I was called.
Even though you didn't like it. Right.
Yeah, but I knew it was necessary. Like I'm clear on that mess. So if that came about, sure, I might roll my eyes. I'll get over it. But that's what
but
it is.
What if you yourself don't really know whether it's necessary or not? Because sometimes we're called to do things and we don't know. Sometimes you may not know it until you do it. So to say like I'm gonna say that one is
that depends on where you're at in your journey.
That is very true.
You know, like everybody's level of consciousness is at a different level, and that's fine. Mm-hmm. But when it comes to me receiving messages, I've gotten way better at that just by some of the abilities that I strengthened. I'm able to be very conscious in my dreams. If something gets uncomfortable, I will tell myself in my dream, wake up, and I'm up. You know what I mean? It's just levels of consciousness. So I'm always listening for a message, for a sign. I'm always paying attention to what's around me. I enjoy that type of stuff. So if I get a message, Every like I feel like it's always a message every time these birds comes to my balcony. That's your ancestors right there. Go call one of your family members.
Speaking of birds on my
I just do
patio, it's a
messages in different
hummingbird
ways.
that just popped up out and left.
Mm-hmm.
It was a whole
Messages are
hummingbird.
they're everywhere. But sometimes we also have a problem jumping the gun of moving when we weren't
But that's
told
where
to move.
discernment comes in, and that's where you have to like be keen and pray about it, you know. But I'm just saying
Yeah, just getting both sides of the coin. Like sometimes, yes, we're called to move, but sometimes we're called to stop because we move too
right.
fast.
I will say that I do agree with that because when it comes to her father, a part of me was like, let me write a letter and tell him. I want to tell him how I feel. I want to cuss him out in his letter. I want to let it out. But I wrote a letter. I was told to burn that letter. It wasn't meant for me to send it. It wasn't time
Cuss
for
him
him
out,
to
dang.
get that
Tell
side
her
of me.
cuss him out.
It was just a moment for you to release how you felt.
Listen,
John,
but
you missed a
Cuss him
lot.
out is crazy.
justified.
Yes,
Justified.
because
What it was is that was just a moment for you to release how you felt and not it was able you were able to get out how you feel without having to without him having to feel that anger, if that makes sense.
yeah, because
But it's
It felt
it's
better
not
for
for
you.
him to receive. Yeah,
Right.
and
It
I
wasn't
kept saying
better
that.
for you.
And this
Yeah,
is
it
what we
wasn't.
just talked about this past Monday of even though a conversation wasn't done on their time, I did it at a time where I was emotionally stable, where I processed my
Mm-hmm.
emotions for it. So I can give a clear conversation of this is where I was hurt. And when you do this certain thing, it makes me feel this way. There was no emotions coming about. Because sometimes when it comes to like people that you're very close to in love, like family or friends, and you're having those type of hard conversations, you get a little emotional when you breaking down like the parts that hurt you because you're just now processing those emotions within that conversation, and you should have
Mm-hmm.
processed your emotions before you had it.
Fair. That is it.
Because then that's where the balance of logic and emotion, you're still telling them how they affected your emotions, but you have a more calm and stable mind to do it. So even if they say something that rubs you the wrong way, you're not reacting
Mm-hmm.
from a place that you quite frankly like surpass.
I'm really mad. We're sitting here having this conversation about reaching out to people, right? And what's crazy is I was on my Facebook the other day and I have it set up to where anybody that tags me in something, I have to review it before I post it to my page.
Mm-hmm.
And a old friend of mine from a couple years ago tagged me in something, and I ain't seen her from, talk to, nothing, and it lightweight blew my mind because I'm like, all of a sudden, like
Mm-hmm.
a
Yeah.
lightweight laughed at it, but it's like that's crazy.
Ain't it though? They pop out of the blue, but it organically happens
Yeah, sometimes.
when it's supposed to. Think about it. I'm so happy that me and Nay had reconnected because it had been a couple years. You know what I'm saying? But it just organically happened one day, and then it was like we're like two different people now.
She's still there.
I was just giving it to you.
I am here. My little one decided to wait until we literally started recording to come and start bothering me and wanting to be hungry and stuff. So
That's what
I
kids
told you
I'm
do.
she's
getting
gonna get
snacks and I'll
They
be
hungry.
back.
bother
Now
you
make her
once you get busy.
now
Literally.
make her chicken nuggets
Hey,
with the
chicken
French fry.
nuggets sound delicious. I ain't gonna lie to you.
With the French fry.
Okay, I got a topic if we are going to move on to the next one. All right, so last time y'all was talking about
Yes, go ahead.
relationships, right? And so there's this topic that I happen to see. It's very interesting because there's a man's view versus a woman's view on it. I got to make sure I read it correctly though. So the question is, when it comes to relationships, is there a timeline to a short-term and long-term relationship? Basically, should couples set an end date for long distance periods?
Should they set an end date for long distance like relationships?
End dates for long distance periods. So, okay, I'll give an example. Long distance, not long distance, long term. So, for example, if you're dating somebody, I don't mean example. So, if you're dating somebody, is there a time limit to where you need to go to the next level?
It's subjective.
Next level, as far as what's like
you're dating to
we'll
relationship.
So if you were talking to somebody, you was feeling them, you weren't dating them, and then the next stage after you were feeling them, you started dating them, and after dating them, you were boyfriend, girlfriend, boyfriend, girlfriend, engagement, wedding. You know, is there a time limit to any of those things? Expectation of a time
limit. For me, when it comes to dating, what I've learned just through my experience the last couple of years when it comes to dating is a motherfucker that's really serious about you, it takes them 3 to 6 months to know whether or not they want to be in a relationship with you. Realistically. Marriage, now when it comes to engagement and marriage, that's different. Like that is subjective, that is your own pace. But like we go into the next level, we're not dating, we're exclusive and we're in a relationship. It takes 3 to 6 months to know if you want to be with somebody.
So I've heard that a motherfucker who really fucks with you, they'll know that they want to marry you within the first year.
I think you learn.
So within that first year.
But if you ain't had that person, that man or woman that you've encountered yet, then yeah, that you haven't experienced that. I know that's who I want to marry.
There are sometimes, but there are sometimes been dating. Not all the time, but most of the time when I hear it's an ultimatum that if I'm not married by this age or whatever, then we gotta call it quits. Or if you don't marry me by now, I'm going to leave, type of thing. And it kind of puts pressure on the other person because now it's being enforced or pushed in order for that to happen. And a lot of times,
I would want more context on that, because let's just say realistically, this is an older woman. She ain't got no kids. Let's say she about 36, 37. Okay. Let's just say that's her age. Health-wise, you only have a certain window of where you got a certain amount of eggs to have kids. If a woman is like, look, I'm not getting no younger, are you here for longevity, or are you here to play games? I don't think that's an unrealistic thing given circumstances. Now, for motherfuckers, if somebody's just rushing you just for the sake of rushing you and they just want to be locked down or lock you down, then no, that means you're moving hastily with like no intention and no thought process behind if that's even the person for you.
But that defeats the purpose, because if you're saying a 36-year-old is saying the same thing, isn't she not rushing the relationship to get what she needs? Because she said, I'm 36. No, hold on. She said, you said, I'm 36. My ex is moving away from me. I need to hurry this up if I want a kid. And if you're not about it, you got to get out of here. Isn't that kind of putting an ultimatum on it? Like, you need to let's move this along so I can make sure I get a baby?
It depends how you communicate.
It don't matter how you communicate it. That's the bottom line of it.
It does, but it does matter, because the message behind the way you deliver a message to somebody can shift their emotion on how they feel towards you. We just talked about this. when you said, "Hey, I don't want to be exclusive with you just yet," but the way you delivered that to her was a little harsh.
But it's the
We
truth.
talked about that. If you have it, but you can still give the truth and give it with honey versus vinegar.
What makes the truth, however, is said vinegar versus honey. If I wasn't cussing you out and I was just giving you the truth,
so you don't
follow me.
Know
If
how
I
you
was
deliver.
giving you the truth and I give it to you straight, there's no sugarcoating about it. Is that vinegar?
I will say
it depends on how you deliver it, but the way you described how you expressed that to her.
Okay, I'll give you an example.
Vinegar,
if a girl say,
I will say, if you're telling, because I'm gonna take it from when listening back to our old podcast, right? Or even to say listening back or thinking back or reading back to text messages from back in the day or something like that, right? We used to be told things straight up. Like a nigga will tell us something straight up. I don't want this, I don't want that, or I want this and I want that. And we was not listening. We was telling ourselves what we wanted to hear. And they will be like, I don't want no relationship. I want to be single and I want to date A, B, C, and D. And the whole time we being delusional in our own head, like, no, but yeah, he's saying this, but yeah, he's also telling me he want to be with me. At the end of the day, he was saying he didn't want a relationship. He was telling us something because we're pushing.
And that's not a vinegar statement.
So sometimes you can't be honey with your delivery. Sometimes you have to be the vinegar with it and tell you, listen, I don't want it.
But when it comes to matters of the heart and you're dating somebody versus you're trying to figure out if you want to date somebody, it's two different things, because you put the intention, I want to pursue you. You should want to lead. You should want to lead with honey when it comes to relationships.
Of course, but when the truth needs to happen, sometimes you might need vinegar. It's almost like if a woman asks her man, hey, does this dress make me look fat? And he just says, yes, it makes you look fat. Versus, hey, does this dress make you look fat? Yes, you look fucking fat. One of them is vinegar, obviously. The other one's just straight to the point.
But saying you look fat versus saying, baby, it don't compliment you in your stomach. Let's find you another dress. It's two different. That's not sugarcoating it. That's basically saying that you don't look good in it. But it's the message of I don't have to put you down and say yes, you look fat. I can say
tell a woman yes,
I'm going to tell you it doesn't compliment you in those areas.
The way she's saying it, if a man was to say it like that, it's still going to keep her confidence level up. If you say like that shit makes you look fat, it's gonna fuck up
it's like, well, damn, and then you start
right, exactly. But that's why I was saying that one of the ones.
Telling you the mind of
no, I get what you're saying. What I'm saying is the two statements that I made. One was vinegar. One was straight to the point. What I was talking about earlier. What's wrong with saying it straight to the point?
Both vinegar.
If I just said yes,
vinegar.
If she said, does this dress make me look fat? And I just say yes, is that vinegar?
That's
man. Yes. Okay.
You can just like let's just say you having a disagreement in a relationship. I don't have to raise my voice at you to get my point across of how you hurt me in the relationship. I can still deliver it softly, because don't y'all niggas always say when y'all be nagging and yelling at us and stuff, it makes us not want to be there no more?
But okay, so here's the difference.
But when we give you affirmations while also telling you how you could work on something, that's what y'all prefer, isn't it? Because that gives you motivation to want to be better versus somebody that's nagging you all the time.
But here's the difference for men. I hear you. The difference is for men, we need to hear the hard truth, regardless of how it hurts, because we don't necessarily move as immediate, I guess.
Not always.
Well, hold on.
Not always. Because sometimes men get that hard truth and they get.
Hold on. I'm not disagreeing. I'm not disagreeing with someone getting hurt. But what I'm saying is, if a dude truly cares for you, right, and he truly is about it, sometimes you might say something that is very, very truthful, and it might bother us, but we have to accept it, and we have to understand this is coming from a good place, regardless of how it was delivered, right? For your
That's for people who have. That's for people who have the ability to do that. But let's be honest, there's a lot more people out here who do not handle the hard truth. They don't.
Now let's just say this. Let's just say you're unemployed, and it's been a minute. And would you prefer me to say, baby, you need to get off your ass and go find you a fucking job? Or would you rather me say, hey, how many jobs you apply for today? Okay, let's set a higher goal because this isn't enough. Let's take it up a notch because you have
Depends
to
on how
treat
you
this
say
like
it.
a 9 to 5. I'm speaking life into you. I'm speaking life
That's
into
what she
you,
was
but
just
I'm being
saying.
straight. That's what I was
Okay,
saying, but
so-
I'm being straightforward. I basically just told you in the nice way, that's not enough that you're doing. Let's take it up a notch because you're not putting in your.
Okay, so I have an
That's your
example there.
ability
If it's
for
not
job
what you
applicants.
say, it's how you say it. If I use the same example as a woman with the dress, if he just said yes in a different tone, does it matter? It's still the truth. Okay, I got an
It's
example.
very
Cool.
cutthroat.
If I say,
versus like being like, oh, then it makes her
I'm
feel
using the
like
same words.
you don't
I'm
look
using the
good
same
at
words.
all.
She was like,
versus,
baby, does
you
this
know what? It doesn't
dress
feel
make me look
good.
fat? Yeah. Or, yeah.
That doesn't. I see what you're trying to do and trying the example.
Is it not
you're trying to
sweeter
make,
how I said
but
it?
that's not even what we're talking about. You're focused on tone. We're
Both of
talking
the messages
about
were
the
true.
message.
If both of the messages were true, one was softer than the other, it was still truth.
You're focused on tone.
I got a question.
We
John,
talking
what is
about
your sign?
message.
Dang, now,
Capricorn.
both of y'all chill out.
Happy
Chill out.
birthday.
First of all, I feel attacked for some reason. I'm just telling you how it is. Straight up. If it is a yes with a softer tone versus yes with an aggressive tone, it is still the truth.
I will
Okay,
say
so
something
look.
because I agree with both sides, right?
Mhm.
Because Alexis, I be telling you how like sometimes when I'm talking to my mom, she'll be like, "Oh my God, I look fat," and it got to a point where I was like, "Ma, you don't look fat, you look good." But she didn't want to hear that she looked good. All she wanted to really hear was she looked fat. So it got to a point where I was like, "You do look fat."
But that's
I'm sorry.
that's different.
No, but it's still. I was
Because you got
because I told her, 'cause it was like
that was patient.
I got tired of it. I did. I was like, if you don't want to hear that you really look good and you not fat, because I would tell her you're not fat at all. Like my mama's not fat. My mama thick. My mama got body for her old ass
Right.
age. She got body.
So carry that back to John. If she didn't say
My mama's
I
61,
look
she ain't
fat,
that old,
she's
but
asking, if your
no.
girl was asking if she looks fat, she's not saying she's fat. That means you don't have to be like, yeah, you look fat. Be like, you know what? It don't look good in this area.
Yeah.
So she'd be like, let me go find a better dress where it'll
But
complement
we can't
that
use that
shit.
example
And
either.
cool, my man.
We can't use that example either because if I said it the same tone or two different tones, it's still the truth. If I say, go get a better dress, or maybe you should get a better dress, it's still the same thing.
You have to understand the essence of a woman if you want to be with a woman. The same way, like, we got to understand the essence of a man. It's the essence of a woman. You crave that, correct? Otherwise, date a nigga. If you want some straight cutthroat, non-nurturing shit, date a nigga. Otherwise, you gotta learn the art of a woman. That is how a woman is.
No, we as men,
compassion.
We as men know this. Compassion. It's just sometimes we have to walk on eggshells how we say it because we don't know how you would receive it. And so for me, hold on. For me, at this point,
and you just telling the girl, yeah, you look fat. You think that's the best way for her to receive that?
I mean, but at this point, if I'm with you, at this point, she gonna have to learn how I talk because I can't just always sugarcoat everything at the same time. I'm just gonna be like, hey, accept it or not.
Then, John, how will you ever end up in a committed relationship if you don't understand that there are certain things that you have to release in order to be with somebody?
Yes.
And that goes on both sides. The same way with a woman. So sometimes I'm cutthroat. and I had to learn this. Sometimes I need to put that in the past because I can't do that with this man. So let me learn how to still be straightforward like I am, like the essence of me, but deliver it with some love and compassion versus me just being like, damn.
Slicing that motherfucker right off the top.
You can't be like that in a relationship. It's not saying to get rid of who you are as a person, but it's saying how you deliver who you are as a person. You should think about that if it affects somebody else. Communication affects somebody else. So how we communicate, you should want to be conscious about that.
I'm not disagreeing. I think we're saying the same thing, just in two different perspectives. I can tell you the truth in a softer tone, or I can word it in a way that is sweeter in understanding. It is still the truth, and the manner that how you say it is the only thing that matters. Both of y'all need to stop laughing at me. I'm so sorry.
Regardless of the fact, you look fat.
See what I'm saying?
Right, like.
No matter how I say it, you still look fat.
I don't like it.
I say it nice and soft. You look like a fluffy, sweet marshmallow. Is that really soft and sweet? You see how both of y'all's faces?
Did you say a fluffy, sweet marshmallow?
Or you say you're my sweet, fluffy marshmallow?
And you know what? Why you don't get no fluffy, sweet marshmallow later that
I'm just
you don't know how to talk to nobody. You got to let certain things go, John.
Y'all, I just got hit with the cutest shit ever just now.
What happened?
My 3-year-old came to the back door and opened the door and said, "Mom V, when you come inside, do you want to give me some snuggle wuggles?"
What? You better get them snuggles. You better Now you make me want to get some snuggles for mine, but I just don't want to see her face right now.
That is crazy.
No, my daughter is Velcro. She is. If she coming, she's 6 now. If she come in here and she get the okay to be in here, that girl ain't gonna leave. And she already seen us on. We wasn't even recording. She said, "So can we get to our jokes now?" She's gonna take over.
She got conscious.
It's like
that's how mine is. But she want to watch TV all day, and I'm cool with that.
Drives me crazy.
Be a kid for a weekend.
It's moments like this that make up for all the terrorizing she be doing.
Did she eat her food?
She did, because she wanted a lollipop.
Oh, well, gotta
yes,
bribe them.
The hell? Yes, you do.
Did she get her lollipop?
She came to the back door. Look, she came to the back door and said, "I ate my food. Can I have a lollipop now?"
Bribe them. Shut them down.
My daughter do the same. And I'm like, "Yep." No, I be having to tell my daughter, "I give you $20 if you gonna eat all your food."
I ain't doing that.
It's a
I
different
ain't doing that.
I hate when parents don't bribe your kids. That's stupid. Because hypothetically, ain't you working for money, which is a bribe? Working is a bribe. I will pay you to work. You should tell your kids that. I bribe my students all the time. Hey, if y'all do X, Y, Z in the classroom and y'all don't misbehave, I got you. That's bribing, no matter how you slice and dice it.
They'll be like, if majority of y'all pass this test, we don't have a final. I definitely got that.
Hey, question: how do y'all feel like? Do you feel like you should reward your kids with money for good grades?
Hell yeah.
It doesn't have to be money, but I think a reward, regardless of something, whether it's money or something that they actually like doing, I think a reward is something good because it's what do you call it? It's yeah.
Incentive.
I'm gonna do both. I'm gonna give you some money, but we're gonna do something too. Because I also want to.
But I think it's how you say it though. Don't say. Well, in my opinion, don't say I'm gonna give you $20 because you got good grades. Because they're only going to get the good grades for the money.
You just do it.
Right? What I would say is, if they got the good grades, then you tell them what you're going to give them. right? Instead of telling them up front, because then they're not doing it for the growth, they're doing it for the reward, you know? And so if you what my parents did,
let's be real.
when I had good grades, or when I think one time they did it. When I had good grades, they gave us like $5 or $6, but I didn't know they were going to do that. They just did it because you showed the action, you know. And so I would sometimes I would bribe my kids like, hey, y'all eat your vegetables and your food all the way. Don't throw it away. Y'all got ice cream. Y'all got popcorn. Deal. One reason. 2, you eat healthy, and then afterwards you got your reward after you ate, right? Because my kids are picky, and I ain't about to make a buffet so they can choose what they want to eat. No, it's either eat or you go hungry.
Yeah, no. And my ex,
but John's a picky eater too, so that makes sense. They don't like mac and cheese.
They sure don't. Too? They sure don't. Not in my house. Not in my house. I sure don't.
Mac and cheese?
Because I choose not to. I don't like it. I had a bad cast with it.
My dad don't like black and cheese.
Black
and cheese.
Black and cheese?
I'm trying to say y'all not black. Like, mac and cheese is a staple.
You know, this is a perfect question then. What is something that would revoke your black card right now?
Him not eating mac and cheese.
Outside of that, nigga.
You got 7.
Watching certain movies. Certain black movies.
What movies have you
all the way through? You gotta give them to me so I'll know.
Give me a couple.
Damn. None of y'all black, because I can name so off the top of my head right now. None of y'all black, because y'all didn't say nothing. The Wiz. Black movie. The Wiz. Love Jones.
Okay.
Boys in the Hood. Are we really? Friday. Next Friday. Friday after next. Players Club.
Menace to Society.
Huh? Oh, I thought you were saying
Menace to Society?
Both.
Okay. Because some people don't know about don't be a menace to society while drinking orange. The whole.
Yep.
Some people don't know that.
How high?
You said Mile High?
Okay.
How high?
I've seen.
Oh, how high?
Right. Have you seen Jungle Fever?
No, not all the way. I've seen parts. Jungle Fever.
Have you seen what?
Spike Lee. With Wesley Snipes?
Oh, no, I have seen that.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know it by memory, but I'm here and there.
Have you seen the 5 Heartbeats?
Too much.
Yes.
The Jackson's American Dream.
The Temptation.
Okay.
Yes.
Y'all blackish.
The Temptation.
Blackish.
Yes.
What'd you say?
Yeah. Temptations.
Yeah.
Give me a line from the Temptation. So
what?
I know it's real.
Didn't nobody
Give
come
me a
to
line
you,
from the
Otis?
Temptation.
That's the number one line.
I can give you a scene. I can do one better. I can give you 3 scenes. I give you one of the scenes was For the Temptations was sitting in was it Capitol Records, Motown Records, and old dude came out, y'all can't be, and he was talking all this shit, and they was just looking at him like, you out the band, like, and he was like, okay, and got in his little limo and drove the heck off. Huh? Girl, don't do that. I literally just said I can debut the scene. I don't know the people like that. Hey, sue me.
See, Black
Everybody came to see you, Otis.
So what you're telling me is that. What you tell me is that 8 movies that I mentioned, y'all was dead silent. This movie it got me out of it. Get out of here. Y'all all was dead ass silent. Shut up.
Give me your card.
I don't hear that.
Give me your card.
My card is stable.
Run your card. His name is David.
No, but but you know what? He did name.
My card was
he
stable.
said the
Y'all
scene
was
and
dead ass
everything. So, you know, he did say the scene.
You know, it's always a black
I'll give you another one.
Somewhere.
I'll give you another one. The same movie. Dude was in a wheelchair trying to get some cornbread. And he was talking, and his homeboy was talking to his mom. And he was like, what's taking him so long? And he died. And then the next scene, he was in a casket. And he was all crying and shit. And Smokey Norfolk was singing. And he was all teary-eyed with the beard and shit. Yeah, I remember the scene. I don't know and I don't care. I said the scene. God damn it.
Okay, which
I don't give
vocalist
a
was
fuck.
he in
I
the
gave
band?
it
At least
scene. I don't know the Temptations like
He
that.
gave
I
the
gave you the
scene.
scene.
baritone.
He seen
And
it.
then there's another scene.
I couldn't
He's a
even tell you what vocalist he was in a
And another
in
scene.
a group.
Oh, dude, the
First
group
song
was singing, and he walked in all dumbass
Alexis,
late.
shut up. Just because you sound
Yeah, he was
musical.
walking in all dumbass late, just
Shut
walked up
up.
and just said his name. He was mad late. Yeah, I remember these scenes. What about
It-
not Scream. Stupid. No, it is Scream. Marlon Wayans? No, oh, it is scary. Yeah, scary movie. My bad.
Scary movie.
I remember the Scream mask. That's why. Is that not considered one?
I'm gonna let you know.
Mm.
That's a good
Yeah,
one.
the
We can
Scream
count
mask.
that. You
Soul
gotta
Plane.
count Scream. Or goddamn, now you got.
Soul
Yeah.
Plane.
Okay, Soul Plane. That's why
Okay.
when you hear, if you ever hear me say blue blue, blue blue,
Soul Plane. Boondocks. Is that considered something?
my
The
daughter hates
Parkers, Moesha, Steve Harvey's show. Come on.
that.
Yeah,
Okay.
y'all ain't got
Okay.
nothing on me.
Yeah.
Y'all
Okay.
ain't fucking up. Y'all light skinned.
Running it
Yeah.
Y'all light
down.
skinned.
Jamie
Y'all ain't
Foxx running it
Y'all light
down. He ran it down, so you know he got it.
A different
Mhm.
I'm so black, I
Mhm.
can name the Proud Family. I'm so black. Do you remember the spinning rims that all of us had? I'm so black. Y'all had them little clear ass tennis shoes called, what is it, Melissas? Yes,
The
yes.
Melissas,
Inside Too.
the Melissas, the beauty supply store
I'm so black. We
slippers.
all wore Air
Oh,
Force
yeah,
Ones in the
with the
2000 era. Come on, y'all. Don't talk to me. Don't talk to me. I'm black.
Yes. Yes. Okay,
and all
you know
the
what?
dudes
It's just he don't fuck with the mac and cheese.
Right.
What you say? What you say?
You know, I ain't even gonna lie. I up until like, and I have my reasons, but up until like a year ago, maybe even 2 years ago, I did not like hot sauce.
I don't fuck with it like that. I'll put it in my stuff.
I
But
was
I have
younger
my
and I was
reasons,
scared of
though.
hot sauce.
I have my reasons though. The reason why, and honestly, I only really fuck with hot sauce when I'm high. Not gonna lie, but ooh, that was a dope ass rhyme right there.
Oh.
Anyways, the reason why I didn't too much fuck with hot sauce was because when I was a kid, mind you, I'm an adult and I still suck my thumb. But when I was a kid, my cousin
Thank you.
used to dump. It's a
Sucking your
comfort thing.
thumb
Leave me
for?
alone.
Stop.
Leave me alone. It's a comfort thing. Anyways, my cousin used to dump hot sauce on my thumb, and then I would sit and like until that shit stopped burning, and then I would go back to sucking my thumb. So I would just not fuck with hot sauce up until, like I said, about 2 years ago.
That's crazy.
I'm glad you are back in the fold. Welcome.
See, I don't put.
Beautiful.
Yeah. I didn't like hot sauce as a kid. It was too hot for me. But when I got pregnant, I didn't fuck with hot sauce when I was a kid. But when I got pregnant, that's when I started eating hot sauce. You can't tell me nothing. I
don't
put
touch hot sauce.
down. I love
I
it.
don't
don't
touch
like
it.
pickles.
Not at all.
Crystal.
Hot sauce got to be
Crystal.
in the food, not on the food. That's
Crystal.
just me. And it can't be on it. Like I don't put hot sauce on my chicken. Nothing. Mm-mm.
So when you eat a burrito, you don't put
Nope.
no nothing, no salsa
I
I
verde.
don't put nothing on my burrito. I just eat it how it comes. Okay. The question was: should couples talk about past partners?
If they want to.
Yeah, if they want
Why?
to.
That's because that's a way for me to understand not so much about the person, but to understand, one, why did you leave the relationship, and what did you learn about yourself from that relationship? That tells me a lot. So it's not so much about who is she, but how did you grow from it, or if you grew from it.
Yep, I can vibe with that.
Yeah, I
We are
agree
all
with
in
that too.
agreement.
But I was gonna say it, unless it's
Yeah.
like I say sometimes it'd be like when you're looking to date and you're talking to a person, I love you too, baby girl.
Okay, I got
Okay.
one more, and then I'm done.
Go ahead.
Can lack of intimacy justify? What did it say? Can lack of intimacy justify an affair?
No.
Really?
You should
Why
Hell
not?
no.
No, you just gotta talk about that shit.
Yeah. I
Because it's a
can't
reason why there's a lack of intimacy for one.
I can't be a
But to sit
hypocrite.
here and be like, oh, we're not intimate, so and intimacy is many different things besides just sex, but it's something you need to really work on to figure out what it is to get back to that versus, oh, there's a lack of intimacy. Let me go find it with somebody else.
I'll put it this way. In today's time, yes, I agree with that, but I would be a hypocrite to downplay the other side of it because I dated somebody that was in the process of divorcing and wasn't fully divorced yet.
Yeah.
So it's like I feel like I'd be a hypocrite if I was just like, no, that shouldn't lead to intimacy, but I was in a situation. You get what I mean?
Kind of. Um, can you elaborate?
Like they were in the process of getting a divorce, but they were not fully divorced yet.
Okay.
Still in the same house, not in the same room, but in the same house. And she knew nothing about me. So to me, I feel like I'd be a hypocrite trying to talk down on that when I was in that. Did I learn from it? Yes. Would I do it again? Fuck no.
Well, yeah, because
But
they both
with
was.
that, and he was in the process of divorcing his wife or leaving his wife. Did he actually do so?
Yeah.
Okay, because sometimes it'll be like they'll say that, but then, and to me, living in the same house, that still doesn't mean like their lack of, whatever they have going on, they could still be working on that, and he's working on
Mm.
that, but then he's out doing his own thing, so it
Yeah.
two different lanes with that too. So
Yeah. And that, yeah.
Mm, I can
so
see
we
why
got
they
some
couldn't
questions.
or why they would do it because somebody else was
Hmm.
fulfilling the need and they weren't. Can't be mad at
Yeah.
them for doing it because you weren't doing it. And people get attracted to people who fulfill their needs, regardless of how it is. Even if you did the talking,
Now,
like what, and you still don't do it, then what do you expect them to do? Just stay? There's a lot of men.
I,
Well, I'm not gonna say a lot of men that I know, but I hear of a lot of men on like Facebook, social media, whatever, saying that there's men who are in marriages and there's no intimacy on their part, but they expect but their wife expects all the intimacy in the world on her part, and it's like, so where's the balance? Where's the fine line? Are you really gonna be mad because he met somebody who is giving him what he wants and just comes back to you? Like, is that what it is? Like a pride thing?
it would depend on did you utilize all of your resources to fix that before you decided to do that?
Well, assuming that the resources were presented and assuming the effort also was presented from the guy. Let's
Like
just use the
I'm
guy's
talking
story.
seeing a sex therapist, like I'm talking those levels.
Well, not everybody is a sex therapist or needs a sex therapist. Some women just don't want to have sex with their man, and and
Well,
and I don't
but
understand.
sometimes there's a reason sometimes.
Correct. So that's what I'm
So
saying. If there's a reason and he is trying to fix those reasons, and she's still not giving no play, does he honestly have to stay like this?
well, let's give an example. Let's just say your wife just had a baby, right? Let's
I
just
knew you
say
was gonna
we
say
like
that. I knew you was gonna say
we
that.
6 months. I'm just giving an example. We're 6 months postpartum, but she does not feel comfortable in her skin still. Are you going to use that against her to go out there and clap somebody else's cheeks?
Obviously, in circumstances like that, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about in a general day to day. There's no baby. There's no baby involved. The baby is there. The only thing he honestly got to worry about is her period when she's all emotional. If you omit that period week, right, and there's 3 other weeks in the month, and she don't give you none for those 3 weeks, and you would like it at least 3 times a week, and she's not doing it at all, and she has done this consecutively, let's just say for the sake of argument, 2 months or 3 months, 90 days. Are you really
Then
going to
that
sit
means
there?
you need you need to, I don't want to say dissect what the hell is going on, but you need to see, is it a mental blockage? Is it a physical blockage? Are you receiving, do you feel like pain down there where you don't want to have sex as often as your partner might? Because then that's a whole different conversation. Like you kind of want to break down where is it stemming from?
Well, there
Because
are women
if she's not,
who would give it up with their boyfriend and when they like not married, but then when they are married, when they're serious, it gets less and less and less and less and less, and that's how some guys feel. In the beginning stage, it was like humping like rabbits, but then now it's just like y'all like old ass turtles or some shit. And it's,
because you stop dating each other when the moment you got married, and you're supposed to continue dating each other after.
and that stops that part.
That's where a lot of people fuck up at, is they were dating really good before they got married, and they were utilizing dating, but then when you get married, you're kind of too comfortable to where you forget, hey, we still got to date each other even though we already solidified changing your last name.
But that seems very transactional, almost.
It's not transactional to continue to date. It's not saying, oh, I need to take you out to this restaurant, it's date night. It could very well be, hey, we're having a movie night in, but after the movie, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's an intention set of, we set this time for just us outside of everything else to check in with each other. Like, dating looks different as a married couple versus you're single, but you're still
How?
supposed to date each other.
Aren't you supposed to date the same way before you was married?
No, because it's different. When you're dating before you're married, you're trying to get to know somebody. You know your partner after you're married, and you're continuing to learn them as they evolve. So
So what
that's
does
what
that date
dating
look like?
does. It allows you to check in.
So what does that date look like when you're married?
What does a date look like when you're married?
Well, because you said
The act, well, no, I was saying like the act itself is still the same, but the conversation is not. When
The
before you
intention
get
isn't.
married, you're trying to figure out, is this a person I want to marry and be with? So your conversation is totally different versus, I have this person, but I still need to date this person and check in with them. And knowing as humans that we are forever evolving, I need to date my partner so I'm constantly relearning them and we don't grow apart.
but
Because
wait,
sometimes when you don't learn your partner in this current stage, you took no time to date them and see how they evolved. They may have liked this 5 years ago, but now they like something totally different, and you have to date each other to know that.
no, I get all of that, but I think where I'm having a hard time understanding is when you said, well, I asked the question if they waited 90 days or whatever and they did not do anything, the girl, and then you said maybe because they didn't date or there's still the lack of dating.
That's not what I said.
Okay, explain to me what you said then.
I said you probably need to dissect and ask the question of why they don't want to be intimate with you.
Right, and
Is it
you
a
said
mental?
possibly because of what?
I said, is it a mental blockage, a physical blockage, a health blockage? You need to dissect which one it is, because that might be where it is, and that might be where you need to fix it.
Right, but that's
It's not
where I
always
was asking.
a physical thing.
I know, I understand that it's not a physical thing, but what I was saying is if he was trying to check all these boxes off of what's lacking and she is still not
Mhm.
giving him any play on it, but yet he is trying, in that situation, you have to sit in it.
Did she tell
Okay,
you
but
what the problem
my
was?
question is if he's trying and he's trying to figure out what's lacking and she's not giving him any answers or giving him any reasons as to why she's choosing not to be intimate, instead of cheating, why not just end the relationship?
Thank you.
Well,
Why cheat?
sure.
Why cheat?
Why would you want to thrive in mess?
Well, here's my thing though. If we're so, this has to be separated between marriage and just a regular relationship because, from my understanding,
It's
you
either
can't
or.
leave. Well, that's what I'm saying. You can't leave a relationship in that situation, or biblically speaking, correct me if I'm wrong, because of that. From my understanding, the only way that you can end a relationship in the biblical sense is if there are infidelity issues or death. anything that's surrounding that can be done by fasting and praying. And so, if we're not even just using biblical references, and the other part of her is something that you need, like managing the house, managing the kids, finances, whatever. But the part that he wants is not there physically, but that's what he needs. But is he supposed to stay in that? Because it's almost like if she was being rejected on the same end, right? Would she stay?
But that's
I
what we're
would have a
asking
conversation about what it is that I'm missing, and if you are not actively making the conscious effort to change that, then yes, I would
Why
rather
are
leave
you
you
there?
than cheat. Why cheat and why cheat? Why stay with somebody if you're not going to be intimate with them, and then go be intimate with somebody else but still come home to that person? That makes no sense.
And a lot of times intimacy isn't just sex. They might just need some physical touch. So my thing is, if she doesn't want to do that, and that's important to you, why are you there? Because that
Wait, say
means
that
she
last part
doesn't
again.
value. I was saying, if that's something that matters to you, and she doesn't want to contribute to that, then why are you there? Because if what you feel doesn't matter, then that's not a good partner.
Well, that's why I was
If you're
explaining
not doing
earlier. Like,
anything
if from the beginning she was doing it, but at the end or in this phase right now she's not doing it, that's where I start questioning stuff. And that's why I was saying earlier, in the beginning when y'all was dating, y'all was humping like rabbits, but then now with y'all got to this certain stage, it just digressed and went backwards. And I'm just like, well,
Because people's sex drives do change as well. So this is where I go to say you
It could be
have
her
to learn
homeboy.
if they're worth it. You have to learn to grow with each other. They may have liked to fuck 3 to 5 times a week, but now in the stage that they're in, it might be once a week. You have to ask yourself,
It could also
well,
be
does it matter more that you're still getting some, or does it matter that it's less than what you used to have?
wait,
it also
what?
could
Matter.
be a hormonal thing.
You have to ask yourself, does it matter more that you're getting some, or does it matter more how often you're getting some?
It matters
Because
more how
someone's
often.
sex. Well, then I don't know what to say, because people change.
Okay, so
How often is it for you?
okay,
Like
so
I understand it. Like, it's like a person like with a high sex drive. I have
right.
that, but everybody's not like that. Somebody may, in the beginning, let's just say y'all been married 5 to 10 years. In the beginning, her sex drive was high. 10 years later, it's not the same, but she still wants to sleep with you. So you gonna say that's not good enough, or are you gonna say this is where she's at in this current space? Because
Well,
what you gonna do when she go through menopause? You gonna fuck somebody else because she going through the motion?
well, if we're gonna argue that, then that it can be same on the opposite end. And how would that make you
Say that
feel?
again.
I said, well, if that's the case. If you flip it, how would that make you feel if it was on the opposite end?
Men's sex drive scientifically does tend to lessen as they get older, and women
Right, and
actually
women's
end up
get
having
higher.
Right. So if he only want to have sex once a week, and if I happen to be horny on day 2, I'm gonna bust my own fucking nut and keep it moving.
Get your friend, y'all. Get y'all's friend. Oh, get your friend.
Okay, so we don't want to be real.
But
I'm
that
gonna
makes
divorce
less intimacy for your partner.
my man. I'm gonna cheat
I
on my man.
personally
That
don't
gives me
see any
80%.
reason. I personally don't see any
He gives
reason
me-
that justifies cheating.
Sure.
Yes.
No, I'm not disagreeing with that.
Also, too, wait, but let's clarify
That's
too.
20
Wait, let's clarify the term cheating, because not everybody's version or definition of cheating is the same.
Yeah.
Cheating is not always intercourse. There's emotional cheating.
Yeah.
There's all kind of financial cheating. There's all kind of different versions of cheating. So
Wait, financial cheating?
Yes.
What the fuck that look like?
Yes.
Yes.
That's the thing. Women taking
What
money
the-
out of the account to put in a separate account for their own well-being, that's financial cheating.
Not even
y'all
necessarily
consider
that.
cheating.
It's more so like taking your man's money or your partner's money and spending it on the next person.
Oh, that's cheating.
Okay, see, y'all
had
two different definitions.
No, I gave an example.
John looking at it as if she creates a contingency fund, that's cheating. You're looking
because
at it
I
as
could see that because if you're putting you're taking funds, especially because some people like to use it as my emergency funds. If he leave me, then or you're planning to do something, that's why you're putting his money away. So I could see that too.
Yeah,
it's still cheating,
okay,
especially
so
if you don't
my
know
thing
anybody.
My thing about that is if I'm with somebody and I'm deciding to take money and put it off to the side for my own personal reasons, I'm gonna do that for my money.
Yeah.
I'm not doing it from our money. You see
From
what I'm saying?
our money, yeah.
But if you're taking from our money and you're doing our money with somebody else, that's financially cheating.
I didn't know about that before until a couple years ago, where I was talking to an older woman who was upset with her husband at the time because he was sending money to his ex-girlfriend or his ex, whatever she was. She called one day and said, "I need some gas money," and he didn't think much of it, and he sent it. And I was like, "No, that is cheating, because I'd be damned if you take money from out this household and send it to the next bitch. You tripping." She need to figure out her own gas money. The fuck? Let that bitch sit on the side of the road.
The only bitch you should be sending money to is your mama and your daughter. The only bitch you should be sending your money to is your mama and your daughter.
I have a question. Why are y'all women so petty?
But you know what? I've experienced another woman be mad, like from speaking to someone close to me.
First of all, I feel attacked because both of y'all yelling at me. Calm it down. Hold on. I need one at a time. Y'all came at me for I just have a question.
Why would my husband be sending an ex-bride some money? This ain't Players Club, ho.
Ex-wife.
Go take
ex-wife.
Ex-wife. Ex anything.
If you ain't got no kids, don't be sending them shit.
You could be,
and even if you got kids, even if you have kids, send them kids that money. Unless them kids is young, like how our kids is. Yeah. If they're young like that, but if they're like how your daughter's 13, send that shit to her.
Also too,
and unless that's child support.
Maybe not though, because there are times where like it depends. If you know that, okay, so like if you are with somebody and y'all not together, and that person calls you saying, "Hey, my child or our child needs diapers or whatever." If I know that person is not good with the money, I'm not going to give it to them and just go buy the shit that they need. You see what I'm saying? But I'm not going to give you money. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to also have a conversation with the person I'm with. Hey, look, I'm about to go buy these diapers and wipes because she called, says she needs it. My baby needs it, so that's what I'm finna do. You see what I'm saying? But I'm having a conversation. I'm not going to just do it and not have a conversation with the person I'm with.
Okay, so
it becomes a problem when you're doing it behind my back.
All right, so I have a question. So that means, by that definition, is alimony wrong?
What?
So by definition, does that mean alimony is wrong?
I can't hear you say that. Wait, Alexis, hold on, because
Hold on, be quiet.
What'd you say?
I said y'all dislike when your man is sending money to another female ex-wife, whatever, because of XYZ. So does that mean alimony is wrong?
We
have no say so. If it's court ordered, we have no say so, and we can't.
It is if that's
we don't order. Yeah, we can't tell you not to do that.
How am I gonna be mad at you when that wasn't in his control? That's court ordered.
Just like child support, if you're ordered to pay that child support, pay that.
And if y'all don't have kids together, what the hell are you giving her money for?
Yeah.
So if it's voluntary on the kindness of his heart, it's a no-go.
Yeah, don't voluntarily do shit.
Because you're not going to like it if I send my ex money. Yeah. Because he's in a bind. And
oh, they needed $50. $50 for what?
Girl, what you got on? I don't give a shit. She's about to tear that ass up.
Right. Look. She enunciating. She said now. I heard that. I felt that.
She said it did.
Meow. She said that NEOW.
Look, she muted. We heard that now.
Ooh, go.
If y'all would have seen the amount of times this girl, she done walked past me half naked. She done walked past me with 3 different outfits on. I done watched her go into the laundry room. She went into the dryer to grab extra clothes.
Hey, look,
Why?
kids, in 1 minute, kids can do way more. Okay, kids can do way more in 1 minute unsupervised than one person can do in an entire day.
And she's proving it. And I told you, you see how when we were just on the phone earlier, she was not around me?
Mm-hmm.
The moment we start recording, here she go. And she's intentionally walking past this door so I can
Get
see.
your attention. Yeah.
You do it on purpose.
That's the toddler. She don't be at this door until we out here. We come out here and get to smoking. We come out here just to talk. Mom, I need you. Mom, I'm hungry. Mom, can I do this? Mom, can you help me? Mom,
Leave
Mom.
me alone. Shut the fuck up. I told her. She tells me, Mom, I just need some time alone. She'll kick me out my own room. Okay? So I reversed it today. I said, I need some time alone. Do you think I got that?
No.
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 Because you ain't got no choice. You're her mama.
Listen, this is why I be saying I be wanting to cuss her daddy out, because I be wanting you do that to your daddy. Leave me be. Don't bug that nigga.
A lot of people don't realize, like, us as moms, we don't get that break like dads do. You know what I mean?
My dad, my baby daddy getting the best break of his life.
A lot of the times, moms in general.
Single moms, but moms in general, because sometimes you do have dads that are there, but it's still mom's responsibility. Yeah, it's
right.
You have, and I had to learn that.
Households where the mom does the cooking, the cleaning, the taking the kids to school, changing diapers and doing all that, making sure that the doctor's appointments are made, and the dad, all they do is pay the bills and show up to sports events.
So I have a question. If you would flip it, would you do it?
Hell yeah.
Yes.
You would pay all the bills, baby daddy, and I would be a stay-at-home dad?
Yes.
Hell yeah.
Sometimes that's a little more, I'm not going to say it's as common, but it's a lot more common today.
Let me tell you why I asked it that way. Because I was a stay-at-home dad for my son for a whole year. That was the easiest job ever. I took care of the bills. I took care of him. I fed him. I taught him how to walk. I cleaned the house. That is so easy. And I'm not discrediting what y'all feel, whatever. But when I hear stay at home anything, it don't take that long to clean up your house, especially if you got an apartment or a 3-bed. Let's just call it spade a spade. It is. And all I got to do is just drop you off and just set the appointments. That takes 5-10 minutes out your day, 20 minutes at max. Nah.
Wait, so are you in a relationship?
Yeah. That's what I asked. If the roles were flipped.
So you're able to feed the relationship and take care of her. That means you cooking the dinner.
Yes.
You cooking the breakfast before she go.
Yes.
You packing her a lunch.
That's not hard. Meal prep.
What if she don't want that meal prep? She wants
tough. You better eat it. I made it.
Oh. People and a nigga want a sandwich versus this food that we had for dinner last night.
No. Hold on. If you gave me the responsibility to cook the food, take care of the kids, clean the house, wash the clothes, do all that, you have no room to complain because you're not doing it. Because you would feel some type of way if I was in my man role. No, you would feel some type of way if I was in my man role and you meal prep for me and I said, I don't want this, make something else. You gonna be like, nigga, you gonna eat that, you gonna go hungry. Let's be honest.
No, I'm gonna eat it myself. Fuck yeah. What you want?
Nah, cause if you hear that often,
I was gonna say it depends on the woman and it depends on how you're willing to.
I would be more pissed off if that food went to waste and you didn't really want that versus you keeping it up front. This is what I want.
But you
So
wasted your time cooking the food. Now you gotta make something else.
as a mother, everything is not a strict program of this is what it is, take it or leave it. Sometimes to ensure that your kid, for example, eats, you gonna cook them some shit that they may want versus what you cooked.
So why won't most women do it?
No,
If
no.
it was
You see, that's the thing. I'm not gonna cook something I know my kid don't like. If I know you
Facts.
eat this shit and you telling me, oh, I don't want that, guess what? You gonna eat this if you hungry. Cause guess what?
But what if you made burgers and but what if you made burgers and French fries, but your partner don't want that as leftovers for their lunch tomorrow?
there's no choice because I'm still making it for you. If it's my job, like we're saying, if the roles were flipped and the man was staying home, cooking, cleaning, taking care of kids, whatever, right? And that is not your responsibility because again, we're switching roles. Honestly, if you trusted me to prepare the food and you just came out of nowhere, it's like, I don't want that, and I didn't prepare anything else, guess what? Tough luck, you're going to eat it because I'm not going to make anything else immediately right then and there, especially if you got to go to work, especially if I'm meal prep like you asked me to.
But see, also too,
So
my
ladies,
thing is if I'm
is
meal
that like
prepper,
that with y'all?
if I'm meal prepping, no, I'm gonna talk to my partner to see what it is they would want, so that way we don't run into that issue of
Cool.
I made this, they don't want it, so now I gotta figure out what else they want. No, we gonna have a conversation. Look, I'm meal prepping this week. What would you like at this week so that I can have it ready for you? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But in other words, John is saying, get with my program, me. I don't give a damn what it is you want. This is what you got.
Because
That's
if
his
your
question.
domain, here's my thing, if you are
So
good
John,
at this,
with you, it's my way or it ain't no way
no,
type of
follow
shit.
me.
But
Follow
it
me.
can't be that
That's
way.
not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying.
Okay.
What I'm saying is, if we made an agreement that I'm a stay-at-home dad, which means I'm responsible for the stuff at home. You made that agreement when you went off to go to work and pay all the bills and do all that stuff, right? So when you criticize me on the role that you gave me, then at this point it's like, wait a minute, hold up. That I understand you should have a voice in it. Wait, hold on. I understand you should have a voice in it. I understand we make a compromise, all that good stuff. But you will feel some type of way if this is reversed. If I came all the time and I start complaining about shit, about food or clothes or whatever, and that was not my job in the first place, you're going to look at me like, hold on, you weren't here to do all this stuff. You weren't here putting all the work
Wait,
in.
why are you
So
talking
don't
so
sit here and complain
fast?
about it. Kind of thing.
When you go grocery shopping, don't you ask them what they want? Or
No,
do you just
I
say,
go with what's needed.
Or do
No,
you
So
say
wait,
what's
so no, you don't. So
you don't go grocery shopping wondering what your partner would like?
No, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, if I'm going grocery shopping, I'm going to make a list of the stuff that we need and want, right? So if I do that, I know what my role is to go get. Don't go criticizing how I got it. Almost like cooking. Don't criticize how I cook if
That's
you're not
not
cooking.
what we're criticizing.
So,
That's
but
not
are
what
there
we're criticizing.
are there
We're
There's three of y'all talking to me.
conversations?
Hold on.
Are there conversations? Because there's like times where I'll be like, hey, I'm thinking about doing this for dinner this week, or I'm thinking about cooking this for dinner tonight. How do you feel about it? And or like, especially with my daughter, she's picky too. So 9 times out of 10, sometimes if I'm not cooking what she like, I cook her meal on the side or whatever. But I will always be like, hey, this is what I'm thinking. How you feel? You cool with this for dinner, or this is what I want? And if you don't want that, okay, you can go get your own food if you don't want what I'm cooking for dinner tonight. But there should always be a conversation, unless, regardless of the fact, there's a conversation had for if I'm saying I'm going to go to work, John, you're at home and you're cooking dinner, then yeah, there will be a sense of us having some type of communication beforehand, so you know that if you're cooking something, you know I'm going to eat it, and I'm not going to be like, well, I don't want that, unless I'm communicating with you and say, hey babe, I don't want that for dinner tonight, I'm gonna just go get something else. It should be conversations like that, instead of just, you know what, if you don't eat what I cooked, then I cook whatever it was that I wanted to cook. That will cause problems within a relationship.
Right.
Yes.
You're not
Yes.
considering the other person at that point.
No, I understand.
And
that.
if roles were reversed, it would be the same, you know?
No, I hear you, but I think we're the main topic. Correct me if I'm wrong. Where you guys were saying that you guys don't have breaks for moms, right? I think that was the main part of
Mm-hmm.
it. And from my
Yeah.
understanding, you were saying because you have to do all these things, house, kids, whatever. And I'm telling you, again, not judging, but it doesn't seem that hard versus working out in the world to come back and do other stuff. That's all I'm saying. Because I've been a stay at home dad, and it was very easy. If you just, in my mind, if you just set 3 hours, 4 hours out of the day, you still got 8 to 10 hours by yourself, especially if you are on a schedule. And
Oh, so you cleaned every day?
I had to. I had a newborn. I couldn't leave anything dirty.
Okay, so that means not just everything that's on the top, but
No, every
What about
time they
emotionally?
every time they woke up, I cooked their food. And obviously they had to poop and do all that. Wipe them up, clean the dishes, clean the bottles because the bottles can get moldy and mildewed if you don't wash them like that. And you gotta make sure the temperature is right for the milk. Clean the counter, clean the whatever. At the time, my son's mom was at work because I was out with him, and I had to cook so that way she wouldn't do it. And when she got home, she fell asleep. And when I got back, I still took care of him. She didn't. I don't think she did
I'm
anything.
I'm talking about like you. So you clean the floors and everything every day, like
Clean
you
the
have
what?
consistency. Floors.
Yeah, sweet. I mean, we have to keep it clean. Everything is a newborn. Any germ can get infected.
Not just sweeping.
No, we had carpet, so I had to vacuum all the time. So like that's the difference. I had to
Right.
vacuum almost daily
Like,
because
clean your bathroom.
I mean the bathrooms were
Consistently.
automatically clean, but the bathroom that they were dedicated to, which was my bathroom, it had to be cleaned again because at that time they didn't take baths in the bathroom; they had their own personal tub, so that wasn't hard. But when they got older, they they were in the tub. But obviously, even in that situation, I still have to clean it. I'm not putting them in a dirty tub. That would make sense, especially if you're like 1, 2 years old. Anything could happen to them. So like, I kept it clean. I kept it on schedule. You can't really change up a schedule with a newborn because I don't think it's wise. That's just me. But yeah, it's not hard. It's just I don't know. Again,
If
I'm
I
not
be
saying
honest,
it. It doesn't seem like it's hard at all. It seems very easy and
I
relaxing.
think being a stay at home parent, especially with the newborn, would be a little bit easier because the newborn is they're not doing much. They're
Ain't doing
not
shit.
all over the place as it would be with like a toddler or older child, like how our older kids is and stuff like that. Newborn, they're really sleeping. They're eating, shitting, pissing, and sleeping. They're not doing much else. But then, and when they get to that point, crawling and stuff like that. So, because I feel like when my daughter was younger, being at home with her was a bit easier than if I at home all the time with her right now, and trying to establish stuff. It gets a little bit more frustrating in the sense, but I do think that there, if you have a great balance within you and the child's routine, being a stay-at-home parent can be easy if you have that routine balance. But if you're just all over the place, then yeah, that's when it becomes a bit chaotic. And have that balance of your resting time, your cleaning time, your cooking, and however you do it. But it's balance and routine.
Do you feel like you have that?
At times.
So why do you?
Sometimes yes, sometimes no.
Okay.
Huh?
Why don't you have it at times?
When I'm thrown off of routine, um, things just become chaotic, especially me mentally. If my mental isn't there, then everything is just chaotic to me. Everything is just off routine. I'm stressed about things, so the smallest thing will stress me out. I really don't like cleaning up after other people, and so me and my daughter right now we have that issue where it's like I'm tired of cleaning up behind your little ass. Get in here and do this, but then that becomes me establishing a whole new routine of we're going to teach you how to clean up behind yourself and do things so that way it's not more work on me. You're going to start helping out.
So you would say it gets different as they get older.
Yes, because you have different stages. Like the different stages of them, the difference, it becomes a bit different. Sometimes you have your good moments. Sometimes you have your, I'm about to strangle this fucking kid because
So John, perhaps could it have been easy because they were younger?
Wait, say it one more time.
I said, could it perhaps have been easier because they were younger?
Well, I mean, yeah, but when they're like 1 and 2ish, they are learning to walk, like all the way walking. They get in everything, but by that time, they have somewhat of a boundary for their age. Um, because I guess I was different. At 6, I think I did with both of them. By 6 to 7 months, they are at least on their stomach and crawling, or at least learning to crawl between the 7 to 10 months, right? And so within that 7 to 10 months, if I see them crawling on something they're not supposed to, I show them then. I show them to not do that by 6 to 10 months. Because by the time a year to 2 years comes, they've seen the repetition come so much that they know if I say, hey, get away from the kitchen door, they know not to do that because I've been training them to do it from that age. So it got less and less. They were expected to know how my tone was when I say don't do something, especially when they're walking and crawling and whatever. And it kind of worked out, and it was less work for me. Obviously, sometimes they hard headed, but at the same time, they know the repetition of it. Yeah, I'll keep it there. Not y'all all on the phone.
Who's all y'all? I don't like that.
Them
word.
too. You see how they all looked up at the same time? Y'all crazy. Y'all both look at the same time.
I was scratching my laptop.
Laptop, my bad.
Baby girl be texting. Now that she know how to text, she be texting.
Cracking up.
Drives me crazy. I did have a question completely off of this one, just to bring a little fun to it, I guess. And it was about one night stands. I wanted to know if y'all had a one night stand and how was it? What happened?
One of y'all go first. I ain't going first. Y'all got me all this. Y'all go first.
I had a one night stand and he won't leave me alone to this day.
Who won? Oh Lord.
My one night stand, I was.
So I have a question. So one night stand
was
is literally one night? Is it just literally just one night?
Yeah.
Not a re-up?
Yeah, you did it one time and you never came back. You did not spin a block. Mine was, I was in high school when I first started, doing the do, and we got caught. We was in the living room. My mama was walking through the door. He jumped off the patio, and it was so funny. The funniest thing, because he jumped off the patio as soon as my mom opened the door.
You're speaking my language.
As soon as she opened the door, I don't know how he made it so fast to jump off the patio, but he left a string from his shorts, and it was a trail just showing the way that he left. But to this day, he keeps messaging me on Instagram. Can we hang out? You want to come over? You want to do this? And I always leave him on red because
you put him on, girl.
You can't.
Wait, you got him on Instagram? That means you friends with him at some capacity.
We were friends. Listen, okay, so we had made a bet, right? We made a bet. It was a one night stand because I never did it again.
Okay, I'm thinking
it was one time.
Okay, so one night stand for you, John.
No, you could know the person.
You met for the
it's a stranger.
You met them for the first time, and then you met them that night. You did the do, and then you never see him again. That's the definition.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Because I've had one night stand. I've had a one night stand with somebody I just met.
Can you have a one night stand with somebody that you know?
Stand with somebody that I've known.
That's the way she eat this fry. I'm sorry. But no, yeah, one night stand. It could be. To me, a one night stand is if you did it one time and you never did it again. Like,
you have a one night stand with a friend.
I've had both though. A new person and somebody I already knew, but that was that one time.
One time.
But to answer how was it?
awkward for
One,
me.
one was big and didn't know how to use it.
Now that's just sad.
Not
That
that
how
sad.
was
She came back.
Because
is that an insult?
some niggas, what?
Is that an insult to y'all when a guy got a big one and don't know how to use it?
Fuck yes.
It's an insult. Damn. Why is it an insult?
Because let me tell you something. Stop trying to break these women's vaginal walls because you don't know how to stroke.
I
But
had
how's
a
that
one night
insult?
stand that wasn't even penetration. It was head, and it was the worst of my life. I don't know what the fuck he was. It hurted, and I was just like,
It hurt.
it don't feel good.
Chewing it? The hell?
Remember I told you
He
I
was
fell
biting
asleep.
on that. He was biting it.
Chewing it.
It was the worst.
Remember I told you I accidentally fell asleep on somebody that was giving me head?
Yes,
Wait, what?
yes, yes. And
Run that back again?
how can you do that?
I accidentally fell asleep on somebody that was giving me head, but I woke up like 5 seconds later. And I was like, oh shit. He didn't catch it, but yeah.
Wow.
That was the only time that's ever happened to me.
Jonathan, can you tell when a girl is faking?
Yep. Sure can. Sure can.
Wait, what did you say?
How?
Can you tell if a girl's faking?
How?
Um,
The touch. I'm a touch person. So if I know you just like hurry up and get up, or like this is taking too long, I don't know. Some shit. I can tell, and at that point I'm like, oh cool, I'm out. Like I'm not about to do this.
so I faked it before, and it just made him really think that he was doing something. He was like, "Yeah, I told that up." I was like, "Yeah, no."
No, but see,
I feel like you should be able to tell a difference between a woman really faking it and them
So,
just kind of,
I redirect. That's all I do. If I'm not feeling it, I redirect. Because what I'm not gonna do is waste my time not getting what I want. Redirect. So this is YouTube. This is going on. I'm gonna keep shit.
No.
I'm a pleaser first, because then I set the standard of how you should please me. So I read the room when it comes to that, and I feel reactions. So if I know a reaction is good, I'm gonna keep going because I know you like it. So when I
But
stop,
how do you know? How can you tell if the reaction is really good or not?
I said the feeling. The feeling. Oh shit. When you get a girl,
The real feeling you just
a
can't
girl don't
deny.
feel when they get 8 out right. They know the feeling. So
Okay.
if I know that I know you know the feeling, I'm gonna keep doing that same feeling.
Please,
No, I know. Huh?
But I think that comes with somebody that is actually
you
looking
can't
to
be off
please
the
and not just
side.
get pleased, because
Hold on. Pause
I
this
done had
conversation.
somebody. Remember, Alexis, I told you I was what?
Pause. You cannot be off on the side saying some good ass shit in the background and not.
Oh,
be
they come
saying the
on.
shit out loud. You can't do that. You can't do that. I asked that question and she came running from the kitchen. Was like, "How?" That's why I said she been
I
talking.
simply said
Girl.
that any woman fake feeling good. It's way different to fake coming. And a man who actually knows a woman's body is going to know if she's coming or not.
Yeah.
There will be no testing.
Mm-hmm.
And he
it's
won't
not
stop.
about how she moans, and it's not about how she touches you. It ain't about none of that.
Agree.
You gonna know by how that coochie feel. Period. Period. Bottom line.
Is she not levitating?
If you lock them legs up, make sure she don't go nowhere. Period.
The coochie
Hello?
itself is gonna lock up. When that coochie gets so tight that you damn near have to force your penis up in there, that's how you know she nutting.
Yep.
Wait a minute. What?
Because if you don't feel the pulsating,
Oh my God.
Mic
No.
that's what you call a mic drop. Because if
That's
you
what
don't
she
feel
said,
no
and I'm out.
pulsating, if you don't feel no pulsating,
Exactly.
ain't doing what it's
You
supposed
ain't
to
doing it
do.
right.
So are we talking about head? Or are we talking about penetration though?
No. I was saying if it was whack on my part, like she wasn't doing what I was liking, I redirect, right? Because for some reason, the trade of energy or feeling is not there. So for me to re-up it, I'm a pleaser. I would do it first. That's just me because I get turned on if she gets turned on, and then it starts working from there. So that's why I use that as an example. Head, because a lot of girls like head, and so if I can read that she likes it and she's about to feel a certain type of way, I'm not going to stop. Which means in her mind, she got to step her game up to some degree. That's how I see it. It's very dark, but this is like my expectation of it. If I'm giving you 100% to redirect it for me, then I feel like subconsciously you should know you should step your game up. Because if I have to get you off.
So your view of growing in your sexual connection is to redirect. Have you ever considered nipping that in the bud where they may need some assistance right then and there, and then moving on to your next position after it's fixed? So let's just say if she's doing something that's not like where you're saying they need to step their game up, you would rather not fix it in the moment and you would rather redirect?
No, that is me fixing it in the moment. Well, immediately after, no, because again,
Right.
some people are too prideful and they don't like it that way. Or I would physically move them to make me like it, because that means they got to be willing to do it.
Why not just,
So if they're
open
giving you head and they're not giving you head the right way, would you like kind of in a way like
I
talk them
wouldn't
through it so
like,
it could please
like
you, or
no,
is it
I'm not like force like face fucking the girl.
no? No.
I'm saying like redirect, like or just say too much teeth or something. No, that's what I'm saying. But what I'm saying, if I just met her, I have to say something, right? But again, some people are prideful on how the words I say. So sometimes it doesn't have to be words. It can just be a physical adjustment to move them or do whatever in a gentle way, obviously, unless she likes it rough. I mean, you got to read the room at that point. But if that don't work, then I redirect and give her what she wants so that way she can feel great. And then I'll have the expectancy that you can reciprocate. So that's just how I see it. I get turned on if she gets turned on. If I'm not turned on, then, I don't make it happen. I mean, I've had real bad experiences. So you just gotta lock in.
What are some of those bad experiences? What are some of those experiences?
Teeth. Not okay.
Okay. You know what? It's so funny because I think I was just telling Alexis this a couple weeks ago. I actually learned about the teeth thing through a gay man where he taught me how to tuck my lip. Like he told me about tucking my lip to prevent from the teeth scraping.
I'm sorry.
That's y'all's job. I don't know nothing about that. Figure it out. I don't know nothing about that. Whatever that R form is, fix it.
What are you talking about?
I asked him about one of his worst experiences, and he said teeth.
Teeth, girl, man, that was bad. I was in high school.
That's for when you giving a man head.
Yeah.
You supposed to do what? What you supposed to do?
Not you walking into that. Not you walking into the
You tuck your top lip. I was told by a gay man Because when I first ever, I didn't know what the hell. So you tuck your tablet over your teeth, and technically you're supposed to keep your tongue out. See, I be learning some things. I want to learn things. So
That was you
tuck your
talking
teeth. Tuck your teeth up. Tuck your teeth. Keep that. Drop that jaw.
about? No. Hell no. You what? I'm supposed to sit there like this?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh shoot.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Look, you better wrap
Keep
them
keep
teeth
you.
up like a magnum.
Right.
Oh, shoot.
Exactly.
You said what?
Oh man.
I said you better wrap them teeth up like a magnum.
Oh man.
Wrap your what? You say wrap your teeth up like a magnum?
Yep.
That's what she said.
It's a certain feeling.
But no, because I thought about that though. Like teeth on the teeth like that is if you ever accidentally like touched a man's penis with your teeth, that don't even feel good. Like it don't. And I can imagine from y'all's point of view, because like I said, getting head as a woman, teeth.
It's horrible. I've had an instance where I was accidentally bit.
And then he gets so hard to a point where he just
And you like that?
I don't know why. But in my mind, I picture, you know, when SpongeBob had the seahorse and it bit the meat with the teeth. No, it was Squidward when he bit the meat and all he seen was teeth and then a little bit of meat. That's what I see.
Oh man. No teeth. Period. It's supposed to feel like a vagina, not a teeth, not a comb. No. If it don't feel like that,
Women don't like their bit.
hold on. Wait. I heard loogies and coughs. Hold on.
You what?
I didn't hear the question unless because I heard you coughing. Hold on. Say it again.
Sorry.
Oh, take your time.
Should like to stop.
Breathe, girl, breathe. I'm sorry. I'm messing with you.
I said women don't like their clit bit.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, but there's certain rhythms and patterns that some women like, and you gotta learn it. Same with guys.
Don't bite and don't suck it. Don't suck it like you sucking on a goddamn Jolly
Don't
Rancher.
suck it hard. Yeah. That does not feel good.
Y'all talk to me like I'm a rookie at this. Girl, listen.
Hey, look, if the shoe fits, wear it.
Oh, right?
No, but my question to John was, what was some of his bad experiences, and that's how we started talking about the teaching.
Hot dog down the hallway, and she thought it was good. Inappropriate.
Wait, what?
Hot dog down the hallway, and she thought it was good.
Hot dog down the hallway?
That means her vagina was wide.
Loose. And she thought she was doing something.
Felt like throwing a hot dog down the hallway?
Yes. Hot dog down.
So perhaps should you be cautious of those with experience?
Obviously at that point, yeah.
I'm just asking.
Women with experience have loose vaginas though. If they when they
I mean, those are bad experiences. Again, I was high school. Yeah, my first time was first time was in college when I lost my virginity before I came to Texas. So all those bad experiences, California, not Texas. Different out here. In a good way.
So
That's wonderful.
mm,
It's a compliment.
mm.
What that mean?
Nothing. It's good to know that you had great experiences in Texas. But I'm not gonna hold you. I'm still stuck under the hot dog in the hallway.
That's the funny part. All my adult life. So from 21 till now, all my adult life.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you do well. Not everybody, but most people will have more fun in their adult life than their younger life. But
I will
depends.
say that. Yes, I do agree. I had the most fun. as an adult.
Or they get more experiences when they're in their adult.
I definitely had fun as an adult.
I never had there's been one or two where you ever had a partner where it was just like they were the best because they knew exactly what you like and how you liked it, and you kind of vibe with each other and you didn't really have to explain anything. Those kind. Diamond Dust.
Yeah.
But the worst part,
Those was rare.
teeth. That's number one. That is number one. I actually have a theory. I have a theory. This is not scientifically proven, but I feel like, in my experience, if a girl has a really bad attitude or really bad personality, she gives the worst head. She don't know how to use it. And every time I met somebody who had a soft personality and nice and agreeable, I guess, I don't know how to say it, it was better. They seem more friendly. Versus
Interesting. They friendly to the penis instead of me. Wow.
It just has a feminine touch to it. So if you have a feminine touch to it, I feel like it'd be better. But if you just all angry and ugly and mean, I feel like it's just trash.
Hey, some niggas like that angry, ugly head.
They like that mean gobble gobble.
Right.
That guac guac 3000.
I was about to say.
Not Alexis.
Wait, because I was about to ask you, Alexis, one hand, two hand. Never mind. You did the.
One hand, two hands, a grapefruit. I mean, whatever your preference is.
I like to be ambidextrous.
You
She said grapefruit.
I like to be ambidextrous.
Not ambidextrous. But you gotta do what he likes, not how you feel like you should like it. Difference.
Wait, because I heard that, and I was finna say, what kind of driver are we talking about?
Wait, what?
I missed that.
Oh, she heard what you
Okay.
said. Damn, I didn't realize what you said.
Wait, what she said?
She said, wait, what kind of driver we talking about? She said that she was an ambidextrous driver.
Oh my gosh.
And they asked her, she said, wait, what kind of driver are we talking about?
Both of them.
She said both.
Heard that.
Mm.
I need you to quit, Alexis. Why did you just get hella dark in here?
Because this stupid thing came off the stupid thing.
Because you're outside.
Now there's light.
Is there a preference in either versus? Would you rather have great sex or great head?
Both of them.
No, if you can only choose one.
I had to choose.
For me, it'll be
Great
great
sex.
sex.
Great
I could go
sex.
without head.
Facts.
So sex. I if I will be honest, I don't care much for head. Now, it's not a requirement. Like how some people is like, that's a requirement. If you don't give head, I can't go. It's not a
I've
requirement
had
for
dudes
me.
say that to me. If you don't suck dick, then we can't fuck. Well, I guess we ain't fucking because that's what. No.
I might be in the mood to do it. I might not be in the mood to do it.
I'll
Wait,
put it
so
this
if he
way.
wants some more than sex, you saying no?
I have
Huh?
my reasons for that though.
No, if
I
he
have
wants, you're
So
saying
like, me personally, I don't suck dick,
no. Why?
and I have my reasons because
Oh,
when
okay.
I was younger, I had
Oh,
I
yeah.
called him my cousin. He forced his dick inside my mouth, so that's why I don't suck dick.
Got it.
There's a trauma. Mhm.
Wait, so, but if he wanted it, this is just an automatic no.
Yeah, no. I don't do that. So if that's something that's a requirement for you, I'm sorry. I won't do it.
Would you stroke it?
I'll touch on it, but I'm not sucking on it. One thing I'm not doing. My mouth
Like,
is not going to be a thing.
No, I'm saying like you would touch on it as in stroke it or just touch it. Like, what do you mean?
I would stroke it, do all that. I would do all of that. But the one thing I'm not doing is putting my mouth on nobody's penis.
Hell,
But you spit? Will you spit on it?
If needed, yeah.
Go think about it.
Okay.
But as far as sucking dick, I'm not doing it.
Same.
Those are
Understand.
remember we were talking about the absolute no, sucking dick and anything in my asshole. No. No.
Is that
So, John,
something
have you given anal?
Huh?
You're missing out. on
John,
that.
have you given anal?
Absolutely.
What was your take on it? Because I always wanted to hear like more so from a man. What is it? What is it about anal besides like the tightness per se? Is it about?
Not her reminiscing.
Because that's what I'm like.
It's
She's just nasty. She's a nasty freak.
it's a different level of freakiness because a lot of women won't do it, but there are some who would, and that just gives it a different door of adventure. I'll put it that way.
I mean, I've tried it a couple times, so I'm not against it, but
Michelle says she had a dude tell her it was about dominance. It makes them feel dominant. How do you feel about that?
What kind of weak shit is that?
Hold on.
Michelle said that she had a dude tell her it was about dominance. It makes them feel dominant.
That's some weak shit.
Sex is a dominated sport anyway for a guy. That's what we do. That's naturally what it is.
But he said ass play specifically, so he don't feel dominant in that pussy.
No. Anytime
More dominant.
Regardless of what it is.
My bad.
Regardless of what it is still dominating either way. Whether he is on top or he is laying down and you doing what you're doing, it's still a dominating act. Like he is almost like in control, or he's in his own world.
Do you feel like a man's in control when he's on the bottom though?
Wait, what?
Do you feel like a man is in his dominance on the bottom? Like let's say if the woman's riding him and she's basically guiding that position.
Is. Yeah, he is.
You think he's okay?
Because you're I'm not gonna say serving him. You're pleasing him however he likes it. Because I know you're not gonna do it because he don't like it. So however you do it, however you write it, you are doing what he wants.
But how do you know you're not doing what she wants?
No. She can get off however she wants. As long as he likes it, you're doing what he wants. Even if you're still getting pleased by him.
No, I wasn't talking about like what they want to do. I'm saying, what if she is the dominant one leading in that position?
But that's what I'm saying. There is no dominant way, I guess, in the sexual part. There's no, like, you can say to him,
because I'm with that shit right there. Because wouldn't it be like in a way both, like an equal thing of dominance?
I got you. I think I know what you're saying. Yeah. Let's just say.
Are you getting?
Let's just say. Hold on. I got one. Let me follow. Let's just say she was the one who told him to do whatever she needed to do, right? She say, choke me, turn me around, whatever, right? And he do it.
No. He said, lay your ass down. I'm about to ride the fuck out of you. That's
cool.
What she said.
Cool.
Right?
So let's just say yes. I got you.
Of power.
No. Let me tell you why. Let's just say yes. I listen to what you say. You say lay down.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna lay down, right? And you ride, right? Who are you fulfilling? Yourself or me?
Both.
Okay. Let's just say it is both, right?
Mm-hmm.
The way that he wants it, or the way that you're trying to present it, he is still getting what he wants. It is just not in the kind of way. It is, yes, I expected you to do this because you know what I like.
What if she did some shit? But what if she did some shit you ain't had before? How is that doing what you want and versus teaching you something?
Because how I see it, however you slice it and dice it of whether you are in demand of running the show or whether he's in demand of running the show, the whole sex part of it is something he wants. And you're not going to give him anything he don't want. I'm not saying he's not going to do it for you also, but I'm just saying if you want to feel loved in a certain way, he's gonna do what you want, right?
If I'm fucking you because I want to, and it's gonna be messy.
Right.
It's
Correct.
vice versa.
I'm not disagreeing. I'm not disagreeing with anything that you're saying. If you want to fuck because you want to fuck and you want it from him, yes, you're all in your right to do that, and you have the power to do that, right? But what I'm saying is, when you are doing it, you're at some point going to realize what he wants or how he likes it in your frame of, no, I want this, if that makes sense.
I'm listening, right? So the way Nay is communicating it is a transfer of power. The way that you're communicating it is from a place of I, a place of me, a place of self. That you are the priority when it comes to a sexual encounter.
No. I'm not saying I'm the only priority. No, not at all. Not at all. If I am transferring power, which means you are doing whatever, I'm going to do whatever you say, and I'm not going to say no, right? Is that a transfer of power?
Yeah, that's law when it comes to sex. Ain't no.
Okay, it's law, right? It would be the same way if I had the transfer of power and I said, turn that ass around type shit. And you'd be like, okay, it's the same transfer of power. Now, if we're using, if we're using your transfer of power, right, and I'm doing whatever you say, you are still at some point going to get your nut off however you want to on me, but at the same time, you are putting me in mind. Is that fair to say?
Well, if she's good, she gonna try to make both of y'all come at the same time.
Yes.
Because sometimes that is the goal of, like, you want to climax together. That's how, or at least for me, that's how I like to be in sync and in tune with my partner.
Right.
It's like I want us to be in tune in all aspects, so sexually as well, where our bodies are connecting with each other.
Yeah.
And you're on the same climb. That's typically the goal, because that shows you care for both.
Plus, sometimes I don't want to have the power. I just want to sit there and chill. That's just me, because it's a lot of work.
Sit there and chill and not participate, or like
no.
Sit there and chill.
You know how there are some ladies who do that dead starfish shit. Sometimes I just want to be the dead starfish. Sometimes.
You want to be a pillow? I'm sorry, not princess. You want to be a pillow prince?
Sometimes I just want to lay there. Why I can't just lay there and just enjoy the ride? And I ain't gotta do shit. It's like a back massage. You lay there. You don't move around with back massage.
That's apples and oranges.
No. Okay.
During a massage.
Question.
Sex, you are.
Question. Is there sometimes you don't feel like moving during sex?
There's times where I don't feel like being on top.
Right. Or just do anything at all? You just want to enjoy the moment?
I don't feel like participating.
Right. You don't feel like participating, but you still want to get it off, right? So sometimes he has to do more work. And it will be flipped for me. I don't want to do all the work. I just want to lay there.
But does she lay there though? Like, you cool with that?
Wait, what? If I'm laying there? Or is she laying there?
So you're okay with a pillow princess?
Not all the time. Not all the time.
So why do you accept it?
Well, because this sounds so fucking dark. Pillow princesses don't do anything, which means I have all the control. I can do what I want. You should just lay there.
So you want somebody to lay there like a fish out the sea and not do shit?
Not all the time. That's what I said. Not all the time. There's sometimes it could happen. Sometimes it doesn't. It's a give and take. I don't want to do all the work. Sometimes.
So you want her just like what? I'm trying to understand. So you just want her just nothing?
I didn't see what you did. I don't understand.
Exactly.
She
I
didn't
didn't
do
do shit.
nothing.
I just a fucking damn blow up doll.
No. Sometimes.
Just want just laying there like, what the fuck? What are you supposed to do with that? That there's no connection.
That's not all.
Then that at that point, if you got a pillow princess, let's just be so for real. At that point,
Okay.
you're like, all right,
Maybe
hear
can I put it in a different perspective? Let's just say we both came home from a no. I came home from a hard day's work and you've been home all day. Whatever, right? I'm tired from work. I'm tired of the world. I want to decompress. I take a shower. I eat, smoke a blunt. I lay down. I don't do nothing. And you come over and give me head. And I'm not doing anything. Sometimes I want that.
Mm-hmm.
Just lay there. Relax. Enjoy the day.
So you're not going to touch her, caress her?
No. See, I'm obviously touching. I'm talking about the extracurricular exercise part of it. Obviously, I'm going to touch her and give her kisses.
That's where I was getting confused. I'm like, you just want her flatline right there while you in the yams?
No. Obviously, the small sensual stuff, yes. I'm talking about the extracurricular heart.
I was confused. Okay.
Yeah,
I was about to say, because that to me is a pillow princess. That bitch ain't let's say you put her head and the bitch ain't even putting her hand behind on the back of your head. That you lazy.
What?
It don't take much.
It's them two over there cracking up to me.
Who they laughing at? Me? What I do? What did I do?
Nothing.
But yeah, I'm just saying. I'm glad you clarified because I was about to say, can't nobody be out. No.
Just
You need to do something.
No, obviously something.
That's okay.
Oh, I thought you were about to ask
What about
something.
you, Nate?
What about what?
What about you?
What's your question?
Are you okay being a pillow princess?
No, I'm gonna put that work in every time. I'm gonna get what I want.
9 to 5.
Talk some shit. Get what you want. I'm just saying.
Overtime too, huh, Nate? And
I'm gonna put that work in. I promise you. And I'm gonna be mad. And I'm gonna be mad because I done had times where I'm like, baby, I didn't even get to.
Right, I didn't even get to. This is.
We didn't even get to the fun part.
I barely scratched the surface.
What you mean?
That's why it never worked with partners.
Yes, John.
Because even when I had the least amount of experience in my early 20s, I was adventurous in the mind of there were things I wanted to try.
Y'all talk all
and
this.
Sometimes.
Oh. Excuse me. So I'm hearing the confidence in all y'all's conversation. I get it. I love it for you. But what I'm not understanding, please help me out. Time. This takes time. So how long is this session going here?
What did Money Long say?
You tell me. Hours.
It don't have to be hours. It could be. I mean, you know what? I'm gonna be so honest with you. I ain't even gonna say nothing. Never mind.
Why?
Talk about that. But there has been times, but back to the topic, it don't have to be hours. It could literally be if you got 30 minutes in you got 20, 15, whatever, but it's gonna be a show. Me, for one, I like to record, right? So I have this thing that I want to record because I want to look back at it. I don't watch porn. I'm watching back our videos. So I'm gonna need to see different things. I want different point of views. You put your phone up one place, I'm putting my phone up one place, and if you have a close-up view,
come on, angles.
But I don't want to see just no one thing yet. I'd be like, I need you to put the you know how they had the phone on the roof, the ceiling thing. Alexis, you remember when I told you about? I found out on TikTok if you screen share your phone to the TV and then you watch it. Yeah, I still got to do that too, but
I've done that.
But you said you did it.
What kind of phrase I got?
Okay, we'll talk about that later. But it don't have to be that long. But I'm going to put in different things. I want to hit different positions. Before I started dealing with the person I was just dealing with, that person had me like one position. I couldn't do nothing. He didn't like loud moaning. It was nothing. I was literally, when people, I'm sorry, I'm gonna put it out there. When people ask me, or they see me doing certain things, they be like, that's how you got a kid now. I'm like, no, I was a cardboard. When I say I was a cardboard, that was the pillow princess at that point.
Oh, okay.
I don't like that. I have to put in work, So me, no, I'll ride you. I don't care if my knees popping. I'm gonna do it till I can't stop. I can't do it no more. And if you really, if you matching my vibe, them knees gonna get that WD-40. And you're like, where the hell did she come from? Because my last experience, I surprised myself and was like, whoa there. To the point that nigga kept talking about it days and days and days afterwards. I was like, yeah, I didn't know I had that in me either, but there you go.
Man, it always hit different when they say do it again.
And will.
There's always the fantasies.
Listen, we snatch souls before we even touch you, honey bun.
Yeah, once the fantasies hit, then it's at that point you kind of hooked. Especially if they do it right.
Because if you can't make a nigga come with your words, it ain't it. Next person. You got to be in tune with a nigga.
Facts. If we not here, it's not gonna be it. And it be surprising because sometimes it be the ones that I don't be like it was the person that I was not expecting to be to get that side of me versus the person that I was like, I want to show him that side of me. The person that I didn't think, like, I was like, I'm not about to do nothing with you. And then it was like, I was on the phone, like when head wise, I was literally having a full conversation with my sister. I was literally on the phone with my sister and he was giving me head and I was like having full blown conversation. It wasn't like one of those, yeah, like I was straight up smooth conversation like I'm talking to y'all. But then when we hit the bedroom, it was a whole nother story. Like it was, bitch, I didn't know that was finna go down. Like, But it surprised me.
In terms of time,
Too short, 5 minutes.
Too long.
5 minutes.
10 minutes. 10 minutes.
Too long. Too long.
You know what I don't like? Here's my thing.
Probably above an hour.
I understand when your pussy is good, like a dude will come pretty quickly, right?
Mm-hmm.
But what I don't like is you one and done after that 2 minute pump. Bitch, you better drink some water. Round 2.
I'm gonna tell you, Big Daddy.
I give you a complimentary nut first round. I understand. I know. Round
but
2,
it has to be followed up with something, and it has to be longer than that first time. Big Daddy had me pissed off one day when I said, and it's recorded. That's the sad part about it, because if I go back and look at that video, I get pissed off every time. And I looked, and when I timed and I looked at the video, I said, damn, we went from 30 seconds to a minute and 30 seconds, and then you were done.
So is that a compliment or an insult?
It's a compliment, but don't be one and done is the insult.
Well, that's okay. So help me understand. It was so good that he got it off in a minute and a half, and it's an insult because he can't go again.
No, yes, it's a compliment that he came fast. It's an insult if he can't go round 2.
Right after that good ass round 1,
get some water.
Okay, so I think
it was like it was. I'm not going to say it was like it was disappointing because it was like, damn. It's like, okay, cool, compliment. I made you nut that fast, but then it was like, nigga, I didn't get shit. I was literally just getting into it, and then you're done.
After he didn't for you,
huh?
Did he stop after? Like he did no effort. He put no effort to pleasing you after that.
It was done. I was done. I was like, once you were done and you were like, oh, I'm done, I was like, oh, you can go.
He said he done.
He was like, he was laid out.
That's a
You were
compliment.
laid out. You
That's
couldn't do
How are
anything
you?
after that. You
But
have
that
to
was a
go.
compliment. But you gotta, get the defibrillator.
You
Okay,
have to
so I have a
go,
question.
baby.
I have a question.
And it was to the point where I didn't want to do it no more. He did redeem himself
I
because
have a
now
question.
it goes back to back, but still.
I have a question. This may be a little bit personal, but I gotta ask you just for balance sake. Um, have you ever came more than 3 times within a span of 30 minutes?
Yep.
Okay. If you reduce
I
that
came
time to, let's just say he did it 3 times in 15 minutes. Is that good?
That's good.
If he did it in 5 minutes, if he made you come in 5 minutes 3 times, is that good?
If you can make me come in
If I'm
3
coming
times
multiple
in 5 minutes,
times,
Diamond
you're
dick
fucking-
type shit.
Girl.
Diamond dick type shit.
He's a wizard. The fuck?
Okay, let's just say 7 minutes. In 7 minutes, he makes you come 3 times.
If you can make me come 3 times in 7 minutes,
Just
with
follow
sorcery.
along. Just follow along. Now, obviously, it's sorcery, right? But if you make a nigga come in 7 minutes and he is done, it's an insult to you.
No, you're missing the point. It's not
No,
an
hold
insult.
on.
We agree.
Because you said 5 minutes is too short. You said 5 minutes is too short. But if you made him come under those 5 minutes,
I said that, but you missed the part where I made the disclaimer. I take it as a compliment, and I give you a complimentary nut first round. I understand you're going to come.
So how much time does he have to recuperate? How much time he has to recuperate?
You got 15 minutes. I'll be nice.
15. Okay.
Now if I'm in my BDSM mood, nigga, you have 5. I run a strict program.
He
5 minutes.
If
If I'm in that alter ego mood, but if I'm feeling generous, you got 15 minutes. I'm gonna get you.
If time is on our hands, sure, you got a little bit longer. But like with me, my thing is I don't do anything with my daughter in the house. So when she's at school and I'm at home, that's my time frame, and we gotta get to moving. Like before she come home, before it's time to go get her or whatever, let's move. And that's kind of like I try not to be like that because I understand there's times where I be like, you know what, I'm tired, I'm done. Like, so I try not to be like, oh, but a minute was crazy, and then you couldn't do nothing else after that. And he knew it was up because he later redeemed himself to where now it's you know to hold off or something like if you're about to do that quick.
Sound like some dark man shit.
No,
not nice.
He didn't nut first.
No,
He did nut first before he nutted. He definitely nutted first, but it wasn't before me. It was
I know.
It was head and then that. But still,
that's why head is so important. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, if his stamina ain't where it need to be, that's okay. That don't mean we can't work on it. We gonna work on it. That's what a real partner does. We're gonna pick that stamina up.
And he definitely did. He definitely did work on it. But
if he didn't do nothing, I'm just saying, the real niggas, they make sure you come, and then they get in.
Facts, because that's how I will say that's how he was like, especially afterwards, because his main goal was really to please me, and I really did see that, and so that's why I was like, you know, it the more we done it, the more that we did do it, the better it became, and it was just like, yeah, like it was top tier at that point, but it definitely took a lot of learning bodies and learning different things and stuff, and
it takes
because I was like that quickness like that. I was like, I don't get in. I don't do it so quick, especially if I'm riding the horse. If I'm going horseback riding, I want to get into it and enjoy that horseback riding beforehand. Don't do. I'm talking in code because I have a munchkin right here. Okay. So before I lead my horse to the water.
No. Let me explain. There's always that one that it was so great that anything below that, it's average at that point.
You talking about sex?
Mm-hmm. There's that one. It's just like, who raised you type of question. And then anything after that, if I ever talk to somebody else, if it ain't up to that, it's just like average at that point. Standards are high. It's like having Jordan on your team. Once you get the best of the best of the best, anything below that,
I don't know, cause like sometimes the moment I stop comparing to what I considered like a peak,
no,
I
not
still had
comparing.
I
But
still
not
had an
comparing.
amazing
It's just
somebody
memorable.
else that wasn't the same.
I'm not comparing. It's just memorable. That's all I'm saying. It's just memorable. It's like when you have flashbacks of a particular person and everything in your body just start like feeling this thing that happened beforehand because that one person did it exactly right. It's like that. Anybody else? It's just kind of like you didn't meet that memory in my brain. Even now, like I'm too open.
Does that make you spin the block?
If we ended on good terms, if we gonna be 100, I wouldn't do it with somebody I'm not in good terms with. I don't care how good it was, because if we ended on bad terms, now I just automatically think it was bad. Just a mind block for me. But if it was somebody we was just cool and we just didn't talk or whatever, that's different because we didn't end on no bad terms. There's no beef there.
Gotcha. Okay.
There are them points. You never had like a list, or not a list? That sounds bad. A memorable like, damn, like this is I would never forget this type shit. Yeah, everybody have.
I have one good memory. I have this one good memory. I'd be like, but I cannot spend a block on that. I was like, that's the one I can't spend a block on.
Regardless, you can spend a block. It's like you just know that memory is like stuck in your head, and make you clinch a little bit. Hey, we all been there. Let's not.
But it's like I don't know if it's a Capricorn thing or it's a me thing, but it's just like once it ends, it ends. But then they want to spin the block, and sometimes I wouldn't even say sometimes. It's a very rare occasion if I'll entertain it. But if you don't move how you're supposed to move with me entertaining it, then it was like time wasted.
I mean, sure. Yeah. I mean, that kind of makes sense. Just saying.
You know,
you only
especially
spin the block if you're able to. You only spin the block if you're able to, and if they're willing. Because if they're not willing, why are you spinning the block?
But why talk your big shit if you're not gonna do anything with the talking your big shit? You know,
it doesn't matter if you're talking shit or not. If you know you can't spin the block, don't spin the block, regardless of how much shit you talk. Like I can talk all the shit I want, and I backed it up because I used to be there. So.
No, but I'm saying if the feeling was mutual of, hey, I'm cool with you spinning the block and you don't do nothing with it.
Then talk is cheap, right? Talk cheap. But if you're allowed, if you can spin the block and you about that life, then of course you can spin the block if you want to. Now, however those rules are, that's completely up to you. But if I spin the block, you better do the same thing you did beforehand, or else you lied to me.
You better do it, or you better do it better.
But why would you want beforehand when you probably gonna have better then? You know?
Nah. If I spin the block, that means I spun it for a reason. Don't lie to me. Don't.
But what if it's better?
No, if it's better, then I have another to spin the block. I'm just saying, don't go down. You better go up. Nothing can stop you. Listen. If I'm spinning the block, that means you did something I like, and don't renege on that. Absolutely not. It's either you stay there or you go higher.
Yeah.
Sky's the limit.
Or perhaps your interest is piqued.
What?
I said, or perhaps your interest is piqued.
The interest is piqued, sure. But if you just only spin in blocks, that's all it is. You just spin in blocks. It kind of depends. I don't think have I ever been in that situation of just spinning the block? To just spin, I don't know. I think it was more so, yeah. So at least have some kind of relation with them at that point. Unless it was agreed on, like it was just
What would
spinning
you
the
do?
block.
Wait, what was the question?
Why would you spin the block?
Why?
It wasn't really why. It was more
If
so
I'm,
the circumstance of spinning the block. Like if it's mutual that you're both cool with the block being spun upon,
the sex
why
block, right?
why chicken out when
Mm-hmm.
it's right there in front of you to devour?
Mm-mm. Maybe they're scared to start something again,
Mm-hmm.
because with come spinning the block, it's not always just about just the sex block. It is other blocks of that come with it. So
Right.
it's
Because
opening that can of worms. Like maybe because I have had times where I would hit somebody up ready to spin a block, and then I start talking to them and like, never mind.
but what if they spend the night?
It ain't no sit down. And
It can't be a spinning knife. They spinning the block. It's like in and out.
yeah.
Spinning the
Hmm?
block, nah. It's a. I'm not gonna say hit it or quit it, but it's almost like, hey, you know what I need. I know what you need. I got some time today, but I got a jet afterwards.
But if that's the case and you do nothing, then what?
Then you don't hit them up no
Then you
more. Like
don't.
it's just the way.
Yeah.
You don't gain anything. You don't lose anything because they just
You
spin
just
the.
clock that. It's
I
noted.
get what you're saying, but if said person still tries it with that person after the fact, then what is that? What is that?
But what do you mean? They're like, what is your?
It's been clear a block wants to get spun, right? The
Uh-huh.
person is there right in front of you. The
Uh-huh.
person's there. The opportunity is presented. You could do something about it. And as you could tell that they're trying to move forward, they hold themselves back. But then after that's all said and done, they still try it again. So how does a person kind of trust that if it's like, well, you didn't do nothing?
That becomes your discernment on whether or not you want to go back with that. Because if you fumbled it the first time when I was ready to spin this block with you and you did nothing, then at this point you may do it again. So therefore, I don't want to spin a block with you no more.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And
Or
you lost
yeah,
because
yeah, yeah.
you should have did something. You should have
You
acted
should do
upon
something.
that.
But if honestly, if you're gonna think about it this way, if you honestly wanted it and you was waiting on them, why don't you just go to them? If it was really about that time too.
But if that person, let's just say, they place your hands in places to get things started and you do nothing with it, how is that not a clear siren?
What's wrong with you initiating?
That was the initiation.
More is what I'm
And the
saying.
person did nothing.
Well, then I mean, at the point, if you don't,
Let's just say you're cuddling.
okay,
They take it they take it a step further during a cuddle session and you do nothing.
well, they
Excuse
wasn't
me.
ready for it. I guess ready for it.
But they
Yeah.
I say like if they're presenting it there in front of you to start some form of physical intimacy,
Oh,
which you
yeah.
both want, but you don't do nothing about it. How is a person supposed to really believe you when you still try to pursue it after that incident?
I don't know. Um, if that means the vibe was not all the way there like that to begin with. Because if you was really about that life, you was really about that life. Um,
But
or
if
may
you
have been the
but if you
setting. It may have been the setting
mhm.
of it, the timing of it. I don't know. Plethora of things, but
But if you're all up on a person with morning wood,
then
and you know,
if I'm half asleep and there's morning wood, I should not. What's the word? I should not expect. That's not right. If you know you're inclined to take care of it, if you're inclined to take care of it, take care of it. I don't have to say much at that point.
That means you insert that apple into that peanut butter.
If she backing it up on you, nigga, that mean put it in.
Right. I mean, every guy would want that at some point. Like you just wake up.
Right.
Guys just wake up hard for
But
no
if
reason.
you don't do nothing about it, you scary. Scared.
Yeah, do something about it.
All right, well, it was great having y'all. We hope Vic feels better. We love her down. But that is it for episode 7.
All right. See y'all later.